Good morning, and thanks for choosing Fox 10 News on this Sunday morning. Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day. I am Gianni Navarro, and we have a treat for all you mothers and their families. The weather, right, Matt? It's going to be gorgeous today.
Yeah, it really worked out for all the moms out there for your Mother's Day. It's going to be absolutely spectacular. So going to breakfast or lunch, you're not going to run into any weather problems at all. Temperature-wise, Mama can wear short sleeves today. It starts out in the 60s, so it's not bad at all. Temperature-wise, 66 in Mobile, 60 in Foley, 72 in Orange Beach here at the moment. Satellite radar, it's perfectly clear at the moment. We're starting out with full-on sunshine. We'll see some clouds building later today, but for now, things are looking really good. You see out here on the Featurecast, real quiet here through about lunchtime. Then we'll see a few more clouds building in late in the day today. So pretty much a beautiful day, very similar to yesterday, but it's going to be a little warmer and a little bit more humid as well here for your Mother's Day Sunday. Here's the planner. Takes you through most of the day, and you can see those temperatures by lunchtime in the low 80s. So it warms up fairly quickly. We'll be in the 80s here throughout the afternoon. Once again, with some clouds mixed in, winds, a little bit of a breeze out of the south at around 15 miles per hour. So let's talk about your weather headlines today. Warm and nice, a few extra clouds here for us today, a little bit more humid. Tomorrow morning, here we go, right back into some storms. We should get them early in the morning, so may well wake up to hearing some thunder rumbling here across the area. And then looking ahead past Monday, those storms will continue for several days. So yes, we you know how rainy we were all through April. Then we have some more storms here in the early part of May, and then we had a break, and now we're getting them back into another round of multiple days of rain possibilities. I'll break all that down for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Breaking news this morning, law enforcement working through several shootings happening in the last 15 hours, one in Pritchard, 3 in Mobile. Now, the victim in Pritchard is a shooting of a child. That's according to the victim's family. The shooting was reported shortly after 7 last night on FOX Street. A family member says the victim was a 7-year-old girl who was shot in the leg by a stray bullet while riding in a car. Now, we have called Pritchard police to try to get the information confirmed, but we're told the little girl has been released from the hospital. We'll be posting an update on this story on fox10tv.com when we get more information. And the other 3 shootings in Mobile reported on the Mobile County Sheriff's Office My Neighborhood crime page. The latest happening around 12:30 this morning on Airport Boulevard near Foreman Road. The other shootings being reported were at 4:30 on Esplanade Avenue and around 10 last night on First Avenue. We have called police to find out more about potential victims and their conditions. We'll let you know when we find out. And a vigil is being held for a 14-year-old Viger High School student found shot to death earlier this week in Pritchard. Fox 10's Marilla Porter was at the vigil and talked to Dalen McBride's father, who says Dalen was robbed of his life before he even had a chance to live.
A callous shooting that his family can't understand.
It's just hurtful that somebody just really killed a 14-year-old. He ain't even got a chance to live.
At just 14 years old, Dalen McBride taken from his loved ones, who came together at the very spot that has brought them so much pain.
He's a child, can you remember a baby?
His father fighting tears as he spoke about his youngest son.
You can't be no damn child.
Who'd barely had the chance to live. Gathering here on Main Street, just across from True Light Baptist Church, where the young boy's body was found Wednesday.
Like, why you killed our brother?
That's my twin. I love him, man. We need information about my son. Anybody come forward.
That was Marilla Porter reporting. Police have not named any suspects in the case. If you have any information, please call Pritchard PD.
I miss my son every day. It's not a day that goes by that I don't think about him. As just, and everybody, we all do. We all think about him. We all miss him because Greg was the life of the party. We have to just pray for one another and pray that all this violence stop, because taking a person's life is never the right thing to do.
Nearly a year after Gregory Sledge was murdered, family members gathered to celebrate what would have been his 30th birthday. What makes it even harder for them, his killer has not yet been caught. Now, according to Mobile police, Sledge was shot and killed at the crossings at Pinebrook Apartments on Azalea Road last July. They say they still need more leads to crack his case. Anyone with information is asked to give investigators a call. And a suspect is in custody after 2 police officers are wounded during a shootout in Montgomery. According to state reports, officers and medics were responding to a shooting when a description of a possible suspect led them to a second scene just a couple minutes away. There, officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect and were struck. Both of their injuries are said to be non-life-threatening. And new this morning, a 4-year-old shot while shopping for a toy in New York City's Times Square. The little girl and 2 others innocent victims of what witnesses call a dispute between several men. And NYPD investigators believe during the dispute, at least one of them fired a gun. Bullets struck 3 different people in the area who, according to investigators, had no relation to each other. The police commissioner expressing frustration with the spike of crime in New York.
When is this going to end? How many more people have to be injured, pushed in front of a train, or in this case, a young 4-year-old toy shopping shot?
Now, the wounded 4-year-old girl is from Brooklyn. The last thing we know is that she was undergoing surgery on her leg. A 23-year-old tourist from Rhode Island was also wounded. The 3rd wounded person was a 43-year-old New Jersey woman. Now, police found 3 shell casings on the scene. The NYPD has already released security footage of the suspected gunman, but no arrests have been made. And breaking news out of Afghanistan this morning, at least 50 people killed and more than 100 injured in an explosion at an all-girls school in Kabul. The blast happened as the students left class. First responders rushed people to nearby hospitals. Officials say the explosion was caused by a car bomb followed by 2 more explosions. Now, while the Taliban has condemned the attack, no one has claimed responsibility for the explosion. And pieces of an out-of-control Chinese rocket have reportedly landed west of the Maldives in the Indian Ocean. That's according to Chinese officials. U.S. officials have confirmed parts of the rocket re-entered over the Arabian Peninsula, but have no confirmation of the impact site. The Long March 5B rocket was roughly the height of a 10-story building and weighed 22 tons. There was concern it would rain down heavy debris during impact by China's National Space Agency, but China's National Space Agency says most of the devices it carried were destroyed during re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere.